Hello my fellow gamers and welcome once again to perafilozof Cities Skylines videos. In this video I'm going to continue building my Bedrock city, the city where I plan to have 1 million population on the hard mode. In the previous episode I had shown you one of my new designs for a highway road network inside the cities that can be modular and can fit many of these tiles. In this episode I hope to earn just enough money so that I can actually build that here and show you if it's going to work out or not. In the previous video, one of my subscribers mentioned I had not connected the forestry industry with a place to export their goods to this road that is going out of the city. It's not going to bother me much because they do not export that much and I don't really worry about that at the moment. I just want to make sure that I get enough money to rebuild these roads. Additional thing that I maybe not have shown you in the previous video is how I made a district here, this small piece here, and tried to make it a heavy traffic bank here so that the trucks would not turn into the street. But as you can see, there are trucks that keep seem to turning into this street. But the interesting thing is these trucks are all empty. So the heavy ban does ban heavy traffic, but it is heavy if there is a load in them. If not, if they are empty, they can go through the district that has heavy ban. And you can see it's only enough that you cover a street with a new district and ban heavy traffic. You don't have to make a large district for it. But as you can see, heavy loads will ignore this place here, but if they are empty, they are going to use it. So it does help with the traffic, just not as much as you might think. There are still trucks that are going to use this roadway here. Now I had in the previous video extended my residential zones and placed some additional services for them to be covered by. And one additional information, I have stumbled upon, actually one of the people on Reddit stumbled upon a little table which shows what influences what. So what services influence the residential and industry and even for offices. And you can see that the main influence for the industry to sell their goods is to have a way to export their cargo efficiently. That would be a cargo train station or harbor. The other things that are necessary for them to go up, you already know, it's education, services, fire, cemeteries, police, health, and so on. But additional thing that I did not know, but some of my subscribers have said it, I just had no evidence up until now, it's that public transportation does have a huge impact on the leveling up of offices and industry. One additional thing is that offices do not care about the cargo train terminals because of course they do not have any exports. So that is how you know what affects the leveling of buildings. So definitely I will need to invest in my education further if I want these areas to level up and the industry to level up as well. I am now up to 166,000 and I do seem to have a problem with not enough workers. That will have to be handled. Let's just see where can I place more residential zones. Let's say over here and over here. Anywhere else. Here I don't want to get close to this pollution. Well, in that case I will have to zone them here. And that should get a few more workers. My unemployment is probably at 0 if it's at 3%, yet the industry says they do not have enough workers. Interesting. Quite interesting. Not enough workers with unemployment at 3%. That is unexpected. Alright, well, it could be that I just haven't upgraded enough of these. I'm not entirely sure. Can these homes have more sims in them if they upgrade? I think they will just pay more taxes. But it is an additional thing that can be figured out once they actually level up, and some of them do seem to be on their way to level up. Where am I with money now? 170,000. Still gonna need a little bit more. if I want to destroy all these roads and create a new network. It's pretty costly to have highway roads inside city boundaries, and I also need to buy this plot here. Okay, that's just 4,000 in order to have access to this interchange here. I see that a lot of traffic is piling up because I'm importing a lot. That is at the moment going to stay like that until I change this intersection and until I unlock the train terminal, which comes about perhaps in another few thousand population. Not yet in an event. My garbage is now at 81%, 68%, and this one is full. So by the time I unlock the incinerators, I may have to actually get another landfill site. Yeah, I should get it already. Let's see, 184. The landfill did send me back a little bit, 5,000, not too much. How is the unemployment now? 2%, and they still want more workers. Well, since I have bought this piece of land here, I can extend my zones a little bit further. There we go, some more zones. They will probably need water coverage. Okay. Hopefully this should fix the problem with industry asking for more workers. The forestry industry has expanded quite nicely. I will unzone some of these areas because I already do not have enough workers. And if it expands further, I will definitely not have enough workers. So it's better to dezone right now than to have it expand and I do not have enough workers for them to operate properly. I haven't made any new parks down here, and it seems that I should. Let's try and find something cheap. There we go. That did not send me back too much. A little bit more of abandoned buildings because I have yet to have enough workers for them. Alright, so I have ran the game a little bit longer to make sure that I will have enough cash for everything that I need to build. First thing I'm going to do is to have to buy this plot of land here as well, because I have gotten myself back to a corner here and there's no room for roads. So I will have to buy this area here in order to be able to expand the road through here. There is this slight issue with this edge here, but I don't really need to buy more of them, and I can't even if I want to, because I can thread the highway through here. Now, the important thing about this design is that this interchange here has to be switched for another one. So I have to bulldoze this one. There we go. Pretty expensive indeed. Now to connect this back, this goes to here, this goes into here. This falls over here, and this goes here. As for these parts, these will all have to be bulldozed. Alright, quick save before I start spending even more money. Now I need a highway to go to the edge of the map like this. And the other one like this. Now I will probably need to switch the orientation of this one. There we go. This one is the exit, this one is the entrance. Now that I have reached this point, I need one to go like this and the other one like this. And there you have it. It is completed. I didn't even spend all the money that I saved. I spent around 200,000, I believe. And now you see how this goes. They enter through here, they go all the way to here, they go over these bridges, pass through here, go over these bridges, come down, pass through up here, and this is a never-ending circle. Now I have to actually have streets that will come off of this circle, and so that they can get into these areas. Now what I want is not to have everybody use the same off-ramps. Some of them should use the first one, some of them the second one, some of them the third ones, depending on where they want to go. So I need to have some of these streets that would go over here right away to the residential area. And I may have some industry closer here a bit later on. So let's say I go up until here. And then I take the highway ramp, take a curve tool, and just curve away from here into here. This is gonna have to be a one-way. Switch the orientation and connect with an off-ramp. And this is how it goes along the entire city. Off-ramps, on-ramps, off-ramps, on-ramps. And if they want to go out, I give them an on-ramp over here. Just need to make this a one-way. Now I take a ramp and give them a way to get into the highway like this. If I want them to get out, to come in here, again just an off-ramp and into here. Now I will delete this district to stop it from stopping the heavy traffic. And I can continue with the on and off ramps. There we go, and this is how I will connect the rest of the city. If I want an exit over here somewhere where I've lowered the bridge, I can just go over here and go like this. And now they have an exit. I can take this one over here as well, make an exit. Same thing over here, I can have an exit. I can even have an entrance here, then an exit again over here. And if you wish to see how this works in action, let's go to speed 3 and you can watch it. You can watch these entrances, how they are used by whoever needs to get off or on over here. The traffic keeps flowing. If they need to exit, they will turn into the appropriate lane to exit. If they're entering, they use the first lane, and so forth and so on, everywhere where I have lanes. The guys that want to exit my city have to go all the way around and around and around and around and around until they can actually get out. This is going to place a buffer for the traffic, and instead of the traffic piling up here, it will flow in an endless line around the city. I believe this is one of the simplest solutions I have ever come up with, and I think it's going to work wonderfully. This is like my prototype, so I will keep watching and see any improvements that I need to make, but I believe this could be the simplest and most modular way to build cities and have them multiple times around the tiles and the map, and reach a high population with very few actual highways placed and very few of these interchanges. For example, this interchange here is going to serve another city that can be a mirror image of this one. Then over here I can make two more just like these two. Then down here the same thing, over here the same thing, and I can have multiple interchanges that are just like this, and no need to make any convoluted ideas about getting in and out. You can just simply use these off and on ramps. Well, I believe that's all for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and see you again soon.